Greetings, Empowered Souls. It's Shelly Bean. I hope you guys are doing wonderful wherever you are in the world. Thank you for logging on to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. So, welcome to the Fire Horse New Year. Yes, the Fire Horse New Year, which is today, February 17th, here in the United States. This is a new energy. This is a new shift. You guys might already be feeling it, but I'm here to give the collective a message from Divine Source, Universe, it's about the messages that they want to convey to us at this time as we are shifting, as we have officially shifted into the Fire Horse New Year. Okay, so the Fire Horse New Year, y'all, for those who don't know, is the energy switch. It's a Chinese New Year, but it is the Fire Horse New Year that signifies action and moving forward, getting stuff done, still thinking through and not being too impulsive, of course. But this is now a year and a moment in a shift in energy for the collective, where we are expected to move forward. We're expected to get things done. We're expected to take action. We're expected to get out of our comfort zone. We're expected to set goals and move towards accomplishing the goals. We're also, thank you, Spirit, we're also expected to finish whatever task that we start. And also, for those, this is also a time where we should have been being intentional and making strides and efforts towards closing out karmic cycles and just closing out cycles and patterns that weren't for our greatest and highest good, that are now outdated. Specifically, the cycles that we've already learned from. We should not be reopening those doors. Moving forward and completing cycles with people, places, and things. And but don't worry, because if we haven't made intentional strides to do so, the universe will step in and shut things down the way they need to be shut down for us, okay, if we haven't started. But this is definitely a recommendation and encouragement from Divine Source to make sure that if you haven't started clearing out the things that no longer serve you on a high level, because we're now in a new shift. We've learned some of our lessons. We're going into new experiences, new beginnings. This is also the year of 2026, which signifies year number 1 of new cycles. Again, as I've stated before, we're also preparing to ease into and transition ourselves into the soft era, okay? And I've made some videos about that. I made those 2 videos, I think, back in December 2025, and I think I made another one in January. But either way, there's a part 1 and part 2. Check out those videos that talk about the soft era. But yeah, let's see what Divine Source wants to tell us regarding moving into this new energy of doing what we're supposed to do, finishing tasks, finishing what we start. And also, a very important thing is expressing ourselves, expressing our authenticity, whether it's through words, communication, our artistic, creative endeavors. We are now also expected to express ourselves. Again, mean what we say what we mean kind of energy. So basically, there's no pussyfooting around. And that's an old expression for some of y'all that don't know that. Pussyfooting is like there's no room at this point in our lives in this new shift to be just messing around, basically. Okay, so let's see what Divine Source wants us to know as we are not only into this new fire horse year, but this is also new moon energy. So welcome to the new moon energy as well. And let's see what Divine Source wants us to know as a collective as we move forward. Okay, Divine Source, what would you like collective and all signs to know regarding this new year, fire horse year, and this new moon energy? Please and thank you. What would you like the collective to know at this time, Divine Source? Please and thank you. If I'm talking a little bit funny too, guys, just bear with me. I have my Invisaligns on. And if you guys have braces or have worn Invisaligns, you know what I mean. Okay. What would you like what would you like collective to know, Divine Source? Please and thank you. Interesting. Stand still. What else? What else does the collective need to know at this time? Please and thank you. And what's the third for the collective at this time, Divine Spirit, regarding this fire horse new year, this fire horse energy that we have officially shifted into? All right, we have stand still, opportunity, and focus. So with stand still, even though we've shifted into this fire horse energy, which represents moving forward, getting things done, fast moving energy as well. Even though we've shifted into this energy, this new energy, we are also still being asked to stand still and take note. Literally, probably also, I feel, write down the things that we want to accomplish. Write down the things that we want to accomplish. Write the things that we want to, what goals we have in mind. Literally take inventory, mental inventory, to focus on the things that we want to accomplish, not only this year, but as we move forward. Because as I said, the energy is shifting, the universe is shifting, and not only is the world, universally speaking, going through an energetic purge, and things and systems are being broken down. And when I say some systems, I don't just mean the things that are in our lives that need to be broken down for our greatest and highest good in order to rebuild and clear out and clean out. But when I'm talking about systems, I'm also talking about governmental systems and things of that sort, okay? But for us as a collective, and what we are supposed to do for ourselves in order to be prepared for this fast moving energy of all kinds of new experiences and things that are going to be coming our way, we have to take a moment to stand still and mentally focus and really think about where we want to go. Whether it's where we want to go in our relationships, where we want to go in our career, where we want to go in our family, where we want to go with our health, where we want to go with our personal desires. Take mental inventory on what it is that we want to happen for ourselves. What is it that we want to manifest? What is it that we want to see come to fruition? And put that energy and the time in being intentional towards those things happening. So, yes, we need to stand still at this time to do that mental inventory And also journal it, write it down on a piece of paper, I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. So we can focus on that, because we're having a lot of different new beginnings and opportunities coming our way. Okay. So Divine Source is saying that we need to do this because with this new shift, whatever big decisions that we're being prepped right now to make, because a lot of different changes are coming in on a really big level for a lot of the collective. We have to be in a better state of mind with this focus. We have to be in a better state of mind in order to make better and good judgment calls, make good decisions for ourselves, and be very discerning. So right now, even though we officially shifted in that fire horse energy today, February 17th, we're still supposed to take the time to be still, stand still, and reflect and do that mental inventory of what it is that we see for ourselves. Where do we want to be? Where do we want to go? How do we want to feel? What do we want to bring into our lives? What do we want to continue getting rid of in our lives? And before we completely jump 2 feet into this energy. I mean, the energy is already here, but before we actually jump 2 feet in situations that we haven't completely thought about, we want to at least be informed about whatever decisions that we're making moving forward, because there are a lot of new opportunities coming our way. So, all right. So let's get a message from Divine Source from this Angel Tarot deck. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Holy Spirit, regarding this fire horse energy and new moon energy. What else, Divine Spirit, do you have for the collective at this time? Please and thank you. That's why I was being told to take this card that fell. All right. And when you know, we got the Ace of Fire. It's all about the fire, baby. It's all about the fire. I mean, what can you say? This is the equivalent to the Ace of Wands in traditional tarot. We have the Ace of Fire. What I say? Creativity. Yeah. Creativity, opportunity, action. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Yes. This is reiterating what I've said. And we have 2 cards that talk about opportunity. Opportunity here. And we have opportunity and creativity and action with the Ace of Fire. I mean, it can't be more clear. It cannot be more clear that new passionate beginnings are happening. And let me be clear about that. New passionate beginnings are also happening with people, or for people in every area and sector of their lives. Health, romantic love, career, social settings, friendships, family. So there are a lot of new people too, collective, that you're going to be partnering up with. Whether it's through your work, whether it's through just maybe social clubs. As I said, romantic love as well. There are a lot of new things coming into your life, a lot of opportunities. And by standing still for right now and being focused, this is going to help you prepare to receive those great new beginnings that want to come into your life. And you got to make room for it. And one of the ways you have to make room for it is to get rid of the clutter in your life. This could be literal physical clutter around your home, your space where you live. This could be the mental clutter, definitely, the mental clutter as well. This is the clutter of still maybe holding on to old belief systems, old paradigms and belief systems that no longer apply to you today. Not only do they no longer apply to you today, but these were old systems and beliefs and old paradigms that were taught to you when you were a child. These were a lot of things that we were conditioned to believe and trained to believe. So getting rid of those things and owning your own beliefs, owning your own new stories, owning your new paradigms and what fits for you as an individual and someone who's in their sovereignty and who has autonomy, that's also important. What are your new belief systems? Where do you stand? That's another thing to think about. But the Ace of Fire just says it all. New passionate beginnings in any and every area of your life. I love that. What else, Divine Source, do you have for the collective regarding this fire horse energy and new moon energy? And don't forget, guys, the new moon energy can last for about a good month or so. All right. What else do you want to say to the collective at this time, Divine Source? Please and thank you. Three of Air. So this is the equivalent to Three of Swords in traditional tarot. So the Three of Air talks about healing the betrayals, the sadness, and where you once were collective. Okay. So not only does it represent you guys moving out of the Three of Swords, moving out of, possibly for some folks, moving out of depression, moving out of sadness, moving out of and away from unforgiveness, moving out of, away from people that have hurt you, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, or lovers, or spouses. You're moving away from that energy. You're finally moving away, and you're healing from those old wounds that you carried for a long time. You're moving away from the Three of Swords. Okay, you're moving away from that energy. But not only are you moving away from this energy collective, this is actually an energy that some people I'm hearing are going to feel from you because you are letting some people go. You are moving on to new things. You are moving towards people that really truly align with you and where you are in your life right now. And some people are going to feel hurt by that. Some people are going to feel hurt by that. Some people are going to feel betrayed by you because you're being committed to yourself, collective. You are having the self-love for yourself. You're doing things that make you happy. You are committing to your transformation and your evolution and being truly who you are and walking in your autonomy. And there are some people that are going to be hurt by that. This is another reason why this Three of Air came out. All right. And let me get a last card from this deck, Divine Spirit. What else? What is the third card that you want the collective to know at this time? Please and thank you. And also, too, another thing that I'm getting for some of you guys with the Three of Air, the Three of Swords energy, Divine Source recognizes that for some of you guys, you all may experience some sadness. for having to move on from the things that no longer serve you. And that's totally normal and understandable. And Divine Spirit just wants to acknowledge that some of you guys will experience sadness for yourself, because these are situations, patterns, and attachments that, we've gotten used to, and that we've gotten comfortable with, and that have become so familiar for us. Although we know that these people, places, things, and cycles and patterns are not good for us, even though we know that, it's still a certain level of attachment and sadness of having to let something or someone go. And that's totally normal. And to allow yourself to feel and flow through that feeling. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to ignore it, but allow yourself to feel that sadness of having to let go. Okay? Ooh, let me ring the bell on this. Yes. Okay, we got transformation, which talks about realization, life change, liberation. Yes, talks about freedom. And this transformation card for me reminds me of two cards in traditional tarot deck. Not only does this transformation card remind me of the death card, but it also reminds me of the tower. And both the death card and the tower card in this transformation talks about big life changes and transformations and being liberated from what has held you down, whether it was mentally holding you down, emotionally holding you down, physically holding you down, just a lot of things that no longer serve your best interest, things that as a collective, you may have gotten caught up in for a long time, repeating cycles, repeating patterns, and all these karmic cycles and things. You're being freed up. You're being freed up with this transformation card. This is a new level for the collective. There are always new levels of graduation for the collective, and you're going to a new level now. You're graduating and going to a new level. So not only I just love that transformation card, and boom. It really gets no clearer than this. We got the wheel, which would be the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot. Luck, progress, and change. What? And this is card number 10 as well, which reduces to a number 1. The number 1 year we are officially entering year number 1 of a new cycle, of a new era. Soft life era. Let me be specific. Just saying. I love this. I love this for us. Oh man. Okay, let me push these cards down just a bit. Okay. I might need to change my camera. All right, so with that said, let's move on to another deck, another oracle deck here. All right, what else do you want the collective to know at this time? Divine Spirit, please and thank you. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, Divine Spirit, what else would you like the collective to know at this time, please and thank you, as we begin to slowly close out. I love this cute little deck. It's a New Orleans Oracle deck. This is what it looks like. All right. What else from this deck, Divine Spirit, for the collective, please and thank you. Okay. At the bottom, we have card number 18, peace. So, all right. Yeah, so what came out is, oh, these cards are so beautiful. We have number 28, flow, which 28 reduces to number 10, which also reduces to number 1. Again, we got that 1, we got that beginning number, okay? So we have flow. Go with the flow of life. Go with the flow of life. And I want to read specifically what that says for the collective. Okay, collective. It says, flow is the natural balance of all beings and things. The movement of the ocean and the cycles of the moon are all perfect examples of flow. They are ever changing without judgment and of fluid form. Much like the ocean, the human experience of flow can be rather unpredictable. However, it is always as it should be. It is time for you to be aware of what your flow is without judgment. This can mean anything from a minor change in daily habits that will put you more at ease, to a major decision concerning career that will lead to a huge positive shift in your life. Staying in your flow simply requires the awareness of how your energy is affected by your thoughts or experiences, and choosing the thoughts or experiences that feed into your flow instead of taking you out of it. So basically, collective, don't push against the tides. Whatever changes happen, especially any type of unexpected changes, just go with it. Control what you can without it taking you out of who you are and taking you out of your nature and lowering your frequency. Because again, we are in a new fast energy, and there are going to be a lot of major things happening that will come out of the blue for some of you guys, or for some of us. And Divine Source is recommending that you just go with the flow and don't allow these experiences that may possibly catch you off guard, don't allow it to take you into a dark zone where you start overthinking, where you start judging yourself in the situation, where you start becoming sad and depressed by it, where you start becoming angry about a situation that you can't control. Before you lower your vibe and your frequency, just allow things to happen the way they're supposed to. Because at the end of those unpredictable situations and changes, there's a huge light, there's a huge rainbow, and there's something better on the end waiting for you. So some situations for some of you guys may happen where in the beginning, initially, it may appear to be a bad thing, or it may appear to be inconvenient. It may appear to be a burden, but Divine Source is saying, hold on. Before you go down that rabbit hole of negativity, complaining, getting upset, getting anxious, getting stressed, getting worried, allow the process to happen by going with the flow and accepting what is, because it's happening for a reason. And the reason is because there's something much, much better for you. There's a surprise at the end of it all. Thank you, Source. Thank you. Okay. So then we also have nature, number 25, which reduces to number 7. All right. And so let me read that real quick. So for nature, we have spending time in natural. Hold on. Let me change this light. I can't stand this light. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. The lighting started to change in the window, so I had to fix that real quick. Okay, so Number 25, nature. Spending time in natural spaces is one of the easiest ways for your body, mind, and spirit to regain balance and healing. If you've pulled this card, which we have, then you collective are in need of a date with nature. Whether it's a day at the beach, a quick walk in the park, or even just 5 minutes to let your bare feet make contact with the grass, finding time to enjoy the outdoors is helpful for you. Take a moment to see how your energy flows with even just the thought of incorporating a little more nature into your life. Once you allow yourself to connect this way, you will feel a deeper connection, peace, and clarity within yourself. Yes. So not only is it always good to connect with nature, guys, even if you can't walk barefooted wherever you are, depending on what season it is, wherever you are in the world, make sure you're getting some sun. I know me personally, I sat out on my balcony a couple of times over the past week. Luckily it wasn't that cold. So I was still out there sitting on my balcony with my coat on because where I am is wintertime, but the sun was shining and I sat out there for a good while and got some natural vitamin D and it felt amazing, so even though I couldn't, walk barefoot anywhere, I took the time out to just sit in that sun for a good 45 to an hour. Okay. So just saying, but not only has it been mentioned to go with the flow and getting natural and be connected with nature, but it also mentioned peace, finding peace and finding healing. And this is another reason why I was pointed to the peace card at the bottom of this deck. There's relevance to everything, and there's a connection to everything. Okay, so I like that. I like this energy, guys, and I love these messages. So with that being said, let's sign off with a couple of Moonology oracle messages real quick. So keep in mind, guys, we are officially in the Fire Horse year. And you guys can Google that if you want to get more information about that. But we also officially entered the new moon energy today too. So I love it, y'all. Okay. What new moon energy messages do you have for the collective at this time? Please and thank you, Divine Spirit. Give me, okay, I took 2. Give me one more. Okay, so we have, you are very close to achieving your goal. All right, we have that. You are very close to achieving your goal. A lot of your goals that you guys are going to be achieving is going to happen this year. All right. Then we have meditate and contemplate. Exactly. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting in one spot or laying in one spot with your eyes closed, listening to meditation music. It can be something that brings you peace, helps you focus. It could be just walking. It could be riding a bike. It could be, you could be washing dishes in peace or listening to music. Whatever it is that brings you to your center is meditating, okay? But definitely meditate and contemplate. Whatever works for you. And then we have, boom, I love this as a last message. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Exactly. This is where we are. Expect powerful change. This year is really about some big, powerful changes and unexpected changes. And this is why we're being asked as a collective to be ready and to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. But we are kind of like in a get ready phase, but you know what I mean. We're being prepped for the remainder and the rest of the year to come. and moving forward. So guys, I hope that this message was helpful. I know for me it was helpful, but I hope you guys found it helpful and that it resonated. And these are the messages that Divine Source has at this time, as we have officially entered into Fire Horse energy and the new moon energy. Until the next upload, everybody, be well and be at peace. Ashe.